Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and oh my god, it's Suicune! I haven't said that yet at the beginning of this Let's Play. Rather, I said Raikunente. I like to be original on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. That one was elaborate. Either way, where are we? We are now still going back to Union Cave. I have no idea why I didn't just stay in Union Cave while I was there. Perhaps it wasn't Friday yet. Either way, we can surf down here, and this is the area that I really wanted to go to. And now is when I start to skip trainers because I realize just how weak and pointless they are. I mean, at this point you should be able to figure it out for yourself. So, yeah, this is the Pokemon that I was talking about that I thought I was going to catch in the last part. Ended up not doing so, but oh well. This is a Pokemon that you can find at the bottom of Union Cave on Fridays only, and also there are a few items. Those who have style and those who don't. What kind of person are you? Well, of course I have style. Look at my red hat. Look at it. It's red and a hat, and it's turned backwards. So of course I have style. Although Charmander, way over-leveled Charmander should be a Charmeleon, is pretty cool too. I guess. Not so much style. Squirtle. Okay. I like this guy. He has the original starters, only not evolved. They should be evolved, sir. If you evolve them, I would really like you, and I would might let you actually knock out one of my Pokemon. No, I wouldn't. I'm too cruel. I just give them even less mercy. Of course, Bulbasaur makes it. Doesn't really matter because Leech Seed does nothing on the first turn. Cool Trainer Nick was defeated. You've got dazzling style. Thank you, sir. You finally understand me. Either way, Hyper Potion 200 HP healer, not all too great. Could be helpful, but something you really don't want to buy if you're doing the all 251 run. You just want to spend all your money on Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls as they become available to you. Either way, heading up here because I have no idea where I'm going. I just know that it's somewhere in the deeper levels of the underground, or the Union Cave. Underground tunnel, that's in Goldenrod. I was going to say underground cave though, but that's both wrong. Next up, there's this girl who we're going to pass, and we're going to head down here after a random battle, of course. And, yeah, then she shows up. Okay. Yeah, you use the Pokemon you like. I'm using the Pokemon that I like. They're all pretty cool, I like them, as I just said 5 seconds ago. But they're also pretty powerful too, so it really works out for me. Because I generally don't like the gimmicky Pokemon like Smeargle. Never gonna let Smeargle live that down. But I generally don't like those Pokemon because they are both weak and gimmicky, so it can get annoying to use them. I just have the basic team. Oh my god, it's a blue surfing Pokemon, and it jumped over there because I cut to my successful attempt. So we're gonna put Hypno up front because this is a wild Pokemon. We can only meet it on Friday in this area. You can talk to it. I'm pretty sure you can only battle it once, although I might be wrong. Anyways, it is a giant Loch Ness monster. It was really in the Pokemon universe, guys, not in that one lake in wherever it is. Where's the Loch Ness lake? I don't know. Either way, we have to sleep, so now we're going to put Parasect in. To do damage, it is level 20, so it's around the same level as Pokemon that we've been meeting up with recently, although still kind of low, below the rest. Accidentally used Flash because I'm used to Scratch being in that place, so that's a wasted turn. Lapras is a very defensive Pokemon and a Water-Ice type, so that's interesting, I guess. Pretty good Water type. This would probably be one of my choices for a Water type if I didn't have Feraligatr, if I had instead gone with Meganium or Typhlosion. I'd probably go with Typhlosion if it weren't for Feraligatr. But I just went with Typhlosion the very first time I played this game, and I wanted to be different from that. Of course, Body Slam paralyzes and my dog is barking. Sure, he might be far enough away for you not to hear it, but I sure hear it. And it's loud. So, Growl. We haven't seen Growl since like part 5. And now we're using it, and of course Hypnosis misses. It's cool though, because Lapras misses. And of course, Hypnosis There we go, we got it. Just stumble over your words and everything will work for you. That makes sense. So, anyway, about that Pokemon catching. Use the Ultra Ball. Go. I'm also pretty sure that Lapras has a higher chance of being female. Or I just got one just because. I don't know. Either way, Lapras transport Pokemon number 131, so pretty late in the Kanto Dex. And during the bug catching contest on Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday, you can find Pinsir as well. You may remember a long time ago I did the bug catching contest in the national park to the north of Goldenrod. And I was trying to get a Pinsir and then trade it in for a Scyther, because I was going to use Scyther. At least to false swipe the legendary beasts so they only have 1 HP when I fight them next. But that didn't work out. I found Scyther, it's a pretty rare Pokemon, and I decided, let's not take my chances, let's just catch the Scyther, I'll get Pinsir next time. And so here we are, it's next time, a whole 20 parts later. And the dog is still barking, nothing's changed! I feel like I am more excited when I do this, though. My voice isn't completely monotone whenever I perform in English class, so that I make sure that people can understand me and everybody can hear me, because I'm generally a pretty quiet person. This might not sound right if you've been watching, but I am generally a quiet person at school because I really don't have much to say. With these, I do. So, yeah, that's basically it. Although the microphone barely picks me up. I don't know if it's because it's a bad-ish microphone, but I have to raise up the volume level of it, and it works out fine. It's not all that bad. Either way, we are now getting graded on our Pinsir, and I actually won once with the Pinsir. There's a very good chance that you could lose to Caterpie or Metapod or Weedle or Kakuna, even if you catch rare Pokemon like Pinsir or Scyther, like was shown last time. Either way, we got a Sunstone, which we are going to use very soon, actually. In fact, right now, because there's a Pokemon box right now. Although I am going to cut, because looking through the box is annoying. So I found Sunkern, the worst Pokemon in the game, stat-wise at least, and I just don't like it. It's a giant seed, there's nothing really interesting about that. And it evolves into Sunflora when you use the Sunstone, into a giant flower. Nothing really exciting about that either. Although it is kind of exciting because it's one of the 2 Pokemon that evolves by the new stone, being the Sunstone. Have you not been paying attention, sir? Or ma'am? Either way, we are now in Goldenrod doing I don't know what. What are we doing in Goldenrod? Oh, don't tell me, are we? Yes. We're starting the radio tower. Oh, man. I'd almost compare this to the Silph Co of the last generation. I know it's not nearly as bad, but I'd still say that this is the Silph Co, just because it is very long and annoying. And it's got many floors. Silph Co still has a beat, don't get me wrong. Random teleporters are very annoying. But, you know, you don't even go to Silph Co in this game. Well, technically you don't. And so this place has a beat in this generation. And to make it all worse, sure there are trainers and battles and stuff, but they're all rockets. So they all have Raticate, Golbat, Coughing, Akins, Grimer, and any of the evolutions or pre-evolutions of the ones that I mentioned. That's all that they can seem to possibly use. They can't go out on a route for 5 seconds and catch a freaking Pidgeotto and evolve it into Pidgeot. They can't use that. No, it's like they have just a list. You can only use these lists of Pokemon, and if a person uses a Psychic Pokemon, we're screwed. I don't know. It's just horrible. And then they continue to do it on with different teams for each game. It's just like Team Magma, Team Aqua, okay, that's pretty cool. And then Team Galaxy. Really? Really, game? And then Team Plasma. Okay. Think of something new. Maybe not an evil team. How about a Pokemon gone rampaging or something. Like the legendary Pokemon is going to destroy the world for absolutely no reason, and the team doesn't. There doesn't need to be a brand new team to try and make that happen. And even in the Pokemon Ranger games, at least the first one, which is the only one that I played, they had the Go Rock Squad, or whatever that was called, where they all had instruments, and they were all a bunch of bumbling idiots, and they didn't even do a thing. Or very little of a thing. I never really noticed what they did. And again, I haven't played that game in like 3 years, so I could have very well forgotten. Most of what you did in there was stop natural disasters, like the Grimer taking up the sewers in that one town. Again, it's been a long time since I played. Either way, I'm not even paying attention to the game right now. I'm talking about other Pokemon games, newer Pokemon games, games that haven't been invented yet. I went back to the future. No, not really. Either way. More Rocket Trainers! Stealing quotes from H.C. Bailey! Messing up H.C. Bailey's name! Of course! Yay! This is fun. Oh well. Yeah, the radio tower is going to take up the next couple of parts. Sure, you might think it's just the radio tower, but then you have to go into the real version of the underground route, the underground tunnel. Then you have to go back up the radio tower halfway through to go through a different section of it. It's very time consuming, and because of all that backtracking, it's why I believe that this is the Silph Co of this generation. One thing I'm glad of is that the next games really don't have one of those, or at least one that I can't think of. There's also the Pokemon Mansion in Red, but that wasn't nearly as bad as Silph Co. Silph Co was horrible. Either way, well, it was puzzling, so it was interesting for the time. I somehow got through it when I was 10. Fire Red was my very first Pokemon game, and then I got Ruby and Emerald, and then I got Gold and Crystal and Yellow from friends. So, yeah, Fire Red was the first game I played when I was like 10. I somehow managed to get through Silph Co, the Pokemon Mansion, and just know what to do in general. I didn't really have much of a team. I basically just used my Charizard. By the time I could finally beat the Elite Four, my Charizard was level 92, and I also had a level 40 Machoke because I was trying to evolve it into Machamp because I liked Machamp. But then I really didn't know how Pokemon worked, and I didn't know that you had to trade Machoke. That was fast. I wasn't even paying attention. I just know that I went into a battle because the music stopped. 10 seconds later, it's gone. Okay. I love it when that happens. Oh, scientist and his Magnemite. This is somewhat interesting, although not really, because he's gonna kill it by using 3 Magnemite, I'm guessing. Sonic Boom, we haven't seen you in a while, and you're practically useless since my Pokemon have so much HP. Yeah, Magnemite again. If I could change one thing about this Let's Play, it'll probably be to fix the desync issue. That doesn't happen often, but it happens enough to annoy me, like once every 10 parts. Especially at the very beginning when I wasn't really as sure as what I was doing when I was editing. Because, you know, never mind. But I would also change how I edited these battles. I'd probably just make it like a quick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the Pokemon. Like, just show them throwing the Pokemon out, and then just edit the actual battle except for gym leaders and rival battles and whatnot, the important stuff. What's horrible about this place is that the rocket theme music is playing in it, and then when you're spotted by a rocket, the rocket theme music plays. You think, oh, it'll just continue going through. No, it restarts. So every 5 seconds, however it goes. And then it stops again because the fast forward doesn't play the sound for some reason. I have no idea. But hearing it in fast motion would be kind of interesting, I guess. And then it would get very annoying very fast. But whatever. Magneton is now level 45, so we're getting up there in the ranks. We probably have good enough levels to fight the next gym leader, especially since we have 5. But that's about it for this part, for once I'm timing it right. So until then, until I switch my Pokemon into good old Hypno. See you next time.